Welcome back everybody. So this is going to be a really quick update video for you guys on stock market to get you ready for next week on Monday. So now let's have a look at all the indices. Dow is up slightly on the day 0.12%, nasdaq down 1.23%, S&P down 0.5%, and Russell 2000 also down on the day 0.83%. So here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500, and we got a risk-off move here in the market. Not only Friday, even for the week. On top, for the day on Friday, energy leading the way, utilities, consumer defensive, healthcare. So a completely risk-off move here in the market. Riskier assets like technology, consumer cyclical, communication services, industrials, all down here for the day. And look at week-to-date performance right here. Again, energy leading the way, utilities, real estate, industrials, and on bottom we got consumer cyclical, technology, communication services, consumer defensive. And here on stock market map, energy leading the way, the whole sector is green. Same thing right here, utilities, everything is green. Now if you look at my screen, the big names, the Magnificent Seven, down on the day. Tesla down 3%, Amazon down close to 2%, Meta, same thing, almost 3%. Even Netflix, again down on the day, Friday, 1.5%. Google down 1.22%. And look at right here, guys. Chips, Nvidia down over 3%. AMD, same thing. Intel, Qcom, all are down on the day. The biggest names, Microsoft, down on the day, 1%. Apple, same thing, down on the day. And banks are doing okay right here, nothing big. You can see JPM gave up a lot of the gains, and I did play this one on Friday, and still holding some runners, some puts, and this one definitely paid. We shorted pretty much at the top. So before we get started, this move, we know that it was coming. On SPY ETF, we got this massive bullish falling wedge breakout, and that was a $20 move almost to the upside, almost hitting 438. Now also, you got all these charts that I'm posting here. Some of these charts are also going on my X account. That link will be down below in the description, so if you're on there, give me a follow because you can get all these charts right there on X. Now VIX, same thing. We predicted that VIX got this bearish engulfing candle, and this thing will hit 16. We got that here on VIX, but Friday we saw a big bounce on VIX again, close to 19 bucks. Here's another projection on SPY. We got this massive rally, and then 430 projection right here. So far that is holding, so we need to find a higher low, and that could come anywhere from 430 to 425 on SPY ETF. Also, we got this lower high, and now SPY ETF cannot hold 430, 425. We cannot find a higher low. Guess what? You're going to see a lower low, and that would be taking out daily 200-day moving average right here, and taking out 420, and that's not gonna be good for the bulls. So you gotta be prepared for every scenario in this market going into next week. And also guys, if you wanna get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, Monday through Wednesday, and you get some of these trades like this one right here that we caught, especially on Friday, SPY shorting 432 puts. This thing went in the money, over the money, huge winner. Thursday, same thing, Apple puts, paid. Triple Q 365 puts, went over 100%. So you get all these trade ideas right here. This is the only tier it's going to be available for you to join right here, VIP tier, and you get daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, weekly expected moves, my charts, my setups, 3 days of live trading, and anything you might have for me and you want to learn and you want to ask, this is the way to go. And the biggest thing you would do for me, and that is joining and supporting this channel, and I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. On SPY ETF, on this daily chart, right now we got a lower high, and this can turn into a lower low, and that would be taking out this low down here 420. But so far it's holding at a higher low 430. Now what I like to see here on SPY ETF, we need to establish a higher low here on SPY ETF, and that can come anywhere from 430 to 425, right in this zone right here. Now if that gives up, then definitely it's going to make a new low, and that would be taking out this low down here 420, and we could see SPY going down to 418, 416, and we do have some gaps down there also. So next week you got to be careful. If you are buying the dip, you need to see SPY holding close to 430, anywhere from 430 to 425, to establish a higher low here on this daily chart. Now Monday, if there is a gap down and this thing gets down below 425, game over. Yes, it's coming down here around 420. But if we can hold 430, watch out for a move back up to this gap, 438.43 up to even 440 right here, I would say 50-day moving average on SPY ETF. So the only thing you need next week, SPY needs to hold anywhere close to 430 to 425 to establish a higher low. If not, it's going to make a new low. Also, after putting in a higher low, we need to see this high getting taken out right here on SPY, and that would be going above and closing this gap on top and possibly moving higher all the way up to, I would say, 440 to retest 50-day moving average right here on SPY ETF. So watch support down here 430 and then 425, 420, and to the upside you need to watch resistance right here at 433, 436, 438.43, the gap on top, and 50-day moving average 439.44 to be exact. We also have strong resistance at 443. On triple Q, it's down 1.26%, and this is where we showed it triple Q right here exactly on Thursday. And if that was a swing trade, I mean, now it's trading at 365. So I mean, it was a day trade, but it was huge, guys. Pretty much shorting and getting puts right on top. Now when some people actually get bullish, they just get bullish every day. And that's not how it works. You gotta be bullish at the support, and you gotta be bearish at the resistance right here. One guy was telling me that on Thursday, triple Q going to 378. I mean, how? There is no way, because look at this. Upper Bollinger Band coming down, now sitting at 374-ish. And it was already hitting this upper Bollinger Band. We got a rejection off of this resistant trend line. And someone was saying it's going to 378. I mean, I hope they got out with some profit, or at least at break even, because forget about 378. Now it's down to not even 368. We're down to 365. So you want to get bullish at the support, and you want to get bearish at the resistance until the resistance breaks. And this was too early to be a bull right here, right at the resistance. So going into next week, you want to watch a higher low also on triple Q. And so far, this one making nice higher lows right here. We got one here, one here, one here. And anywhere from, I would say, 360 to 365, we could find a higher low on triple Q. And if that's holding, so far, it's holding. Watch out for a move and possibly a breakout above this resistance right here at some point, and that is around 372 to 373. So going into next week, now we have resistance at 367, 50-day moving average right here. We also have support down here, 362, 360, and if that gives up all over, you're going to see a dump off all the way down to 355. On IWM, it's down 0.83% and closing right at the support 170. Now, this one here, guys, yes, we get the earnings from bank, but those are bigger banks, and a lot of the regional and the smaller banks are right here under Russell 2000 IWM, and that is why this one taking a beating. I mean, if we look at all the other indices, this is the worst one, and I would say this is the one to buy, especially if you're going long. Are you going to buy triple Q close to 378 and be a bull? How much upside do you have? Or you're going to load up on IWM, and I think I'm going to buy some more shares if this thing actually takes out this low down here, 368.78, because going long on IWM, definitely there is more upside than downside. Now going into Monday, you want to watch 170 to 168 as a support on IWM, and to the upside, it needs to get over 172, 174, 175.41, and especially we did not even come up to 178. So I mean, this is definitely a lower high into a lower low. If this low is gets taken out right here, 169, you're going to see 168, maybe even 165, and this full head and shoulder move will take IWM down to 164 to 162, and that is why I say there is more upside than downside, because yes, this thing can go down another $6 to $8, but look at the upside. Definitely can reach 200 at some point, only if you're going long. So keep an eye on IWM. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think? Is this a buy right here on IWM? On Dow Jones, it's up 0.12%. So this one finishing in the green, and also some of the money rotating right here into Dow Jones, and that is why we saw Dow staying green on Friday. Now we got a gap on top, and look at this rejection on Dow Jones, and these are key levels, guys. I mean, they always work. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is not like I put this trend line right here yesterday. It's been there for weeks, months, and look at this rejection exactly to this point, and then came down all the way down to 335.52, closing in the green, but above 13-day moving average right here, just above 335. So if you're bullish on Dow, you need to see DIA breaking above, especially this resistance on top, and above this resistance right here, you're going to see a quick trip all the way up to this gap, 344.20. Now below 335, we do have support around 332, and then 330 all the way down to 326. On VIX, spiking again, up 16% on the day, massive rally going over 20 and getting rejected. So this high is still up here, 20.88. VIX did not take out this high, so watch out VIX between 18 and 20. Above 20, you're going to see a lot more upside up to 23, but this Bollinger Band on top, it's not going to allow VIX to run higher to 23 anytime soon. So if this thing spikes above 20, then only watch this level at 23. Below 20, we could see a lot more chop. And this is where I was projecting before with this candle, and look at what happened. We went under 16, guys. So VIX now 18 gives up, then watch out this thing coming down to 16 or even lower again. So far, I mean, you cannot ignore the fact that we got a big green candle here on this daily chart, and also it's below 320. So we will know next week if this thing can actually break 20, then definitely more downside you're going to see in this market. But if this thing gets rejection again, so far it did on Friday, then just watch out for a breakdown below 18, and this thing will flush down again, down to 16 to 15 bucks. So we're not going to talk about TNX too much here in this video. It was down on the day, so it was a kind of a weird day in the market where we saw VIX going up and this one not going up, and also SPY coming down with all the mega caps. So this one here, guys, I mean, this thing looks like wants to come down. Definitely, this gap is filled right here, and now we got this massive gap, and I think the retest of this breakout will happen, and that could allow S&P 500 at least to rally in the short term if this thing gets down here close to 43.71. Now to the upside, we do have resistance right here, 5-day moving average 46.78, and only if that breaks, you're going to see TNX going back up to this high and possibly up to even 50. Now dollar, this one was up on the day, and now if you look at my screen, again finding support from bottom of the channel and going up right here, cutting slightly under, and then a big run. And even on Friday ran up to almost 107 and closing at 106.67. So the next stop definitely 107, and we do have strong support right here at 106. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.